Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I have been MIA. I said I was gonna be back posting consistently and I lied. Okay, I didn't mean to. It wasn't intentional. It's always something with me, y'all. It's always something. I was physically sick again. I was going through it. And then I also took some time off mentally just to deal with my mental health and whatnot. And so I did not post anything. I didn't post short forms either. So I wasn't just neglecting y'all, I was neglecting everybody. Don't bark at them. So I just want to go ahead and do a wrap up of January. Now, I know I spoke about most of the books I read in January, so it's not going to be in depth with all those. I never go that deep, okay, in my reviews, never. But I'm just going to wrap up all the books I read in January because you guys deserve that. I'm going to organize it, so I'll start with romances first. So I read Beach Read by Emily Henry. I spoke to you guys about this. I loved it. I enjoyed it. Wasn't my favorite Emily Henry read, but I did enjoy it. And I think I rated it 4 stars. So yeah, not a bad. It's about 2 authors. I also read A Bond Me for 2. This is a sapphic romance. It is YA. I thought it was cute. There was just a lot of reference about Bond Me, which obviously it's about Bond Me. It's called A Bond Me for 2, Sheldina, but it's a very pretty book. It's a short read. It's 200 something pages, 217. It was cute. I also read A Pho Love Story by Loan Lee. This one is also a YA romance about food as well. And I am ashamed to have read 2 books about Vietnamese food and still didn't get any Vietnamese food this month. That's on me. But I really enjoyed this one. I thought the friendship aspect of it was cute. I liked it. I also read Capri by Jackwell J. This is the season 3 of the Delgado series. Now, I read Capri and Capri 1.5. I didn't read the others because my library only has those 2. So I need to figure out where I can read the other ones. I'm gonna see if it's on Kindle Unlimited. I'm sure it is. If it is, then I'll read it there. But yeah, they had 2. They just had the 2. I don't know what that was about. I'll forgive them. But I thought they were good. I don't know how to separate the 2, so I'm just gonna talk about them both. I thought they were both good. I did rate the first one 4.25. I rated 1.5 4.5. And I just felt like it moved slower than her brother's. I've been told that her book progresses and it gets better, which I can see. And so obviously I'm gonna keep reading, but I did think it wasn't as much action as in her brother's books. But overall, I enjoyed it. I also read Restore Me by J.L. Seegers. I spoke about this one that I felt like I was let down a little bit. I was disappointed. I just felt like there was more spice than romance, and it was also a very long book. Very lengthy book for it being very smut heavy. And so I was like, I personally don't think romances should ever be that long. I really think romance should stick around 300 pages. Now, I do read Kennedy Ryan's books, which are always over 300 some pages. Her books usually sit around 400 something, but there's like something that is happening in the book. You know, there is heavy things that they have to navigate, whether it be grief or a family dynamic or, you know, whatever that they're going through. There's more, and I'm not trying to compare her to Kennedy Ryan. I'm just saying for length, I expected it to be more, and it was so long. I was like literally my hands were doing that. I was like, come on, please. But overall, I thought her writing was good. I thought the book had a lot of potential I liked both of the characters. It just honestly was just way too long. So then it made the book kind of insufferable. Moving on to my thrillers. So I read All the Dangerous Things by Stacey Willingham. I really enjoyed this one. It wasn't a fast-paced thriller, but it was good. I've already spoken about a lot of these books, that's why I'm not talking about them, but I enjoyed it. This is my second Stacey Willingham book, and I like her writing. I read Worst Case Scenario by TJ Newman. Now, I have not talked about this with y'all. This is my third TJ Newman books. All her books are centered around a plane crashing of some sort. Now, to my understanding, she used to be a flight attendant, and that's where she got the idea from when she wrote her first book, which was Falling. But this one is about a plane crashing. Now, everybody on the plane passes away. This happens within the first chapter. I want to say it happened within the prologue. The worst case scenario is that it hit a power plant. So we're seeing what is happening, what decisions are being made by the employees at the power plant to save their town. There were some parts that were very slow. I did not love it as much as I loved her other two books, but still, I think I gave it 4 stars. Not a bad read. I enjoyed it. It just took me out sometimes. But overall, I really like her and I like her writing. I also read King of Ashes by S.A. Cosby, and I don't need to tell y'all how I feel about this book. I feel like you know, but I really enjoyed it. It follows, I forgot his name, Roman? Yeah, Roman gets a call that his dad is in a coma and he needs to come home. They don't know if he's gonna make it or not, or how long he's gonna be in a coma. So he comes home and then find out that his brother Dante is in trouble. And so he's trying to fix Dante's problems. And it just goes from there. It is very action-packed, as is all of his books. Now, this one I think was the most graphic book he's ever written. I wouldn't say there are some very graphic scenes in there, but I really liked it. I enjoyed that. There's something really wrong with me, but those were my favorite parts. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was well written. I really liked the different characters, the siblings, their dynamic. It felt real. It felt like a real family. And I just really enjoyed that book. I gave it 5 stars. No notes. No notes. I also read Things We Do in the Dark by Jennifer Hillier. I can't tell you what that book's about. I don't remember. But I know I enjoyed it. Not as much as I enjoyed her other books. I think I rated it 4 or 4.5. It is my 3rd book by her, but I honestly can't remember. But I know I liked it. I did have a good time reading it. I think I just remember it being not as like shocking as the other ones. So yeah. I read His and Hers by Alice Feeney. I told y'all I read that in preparation for the show. Me and my husband watched 1 episode and we stopped. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. Honestly, we just haven't continued. I feel like we'll pick it back up, but that's all we've watched so far is 1 episode. But I did like this Alice Feeney book as opposed to her other book. I think I rated it 4 stars. I think so, yeah. I also read The Life We Bury by Alan Eskins. I enjoyed that one. That was another thriller that wasn't very fast-paced at all, but I thought it was intricate. I really liked it, thought it was thought out. I liked all the parts. Yeah, enjoyed it. I realized I did forget a romance, so I read Let Me Hold You by Alexandria House. This is the 2nd book in the McLean brothers, and I enjoyed it as well. Like Leland, like the dynamic of the two. It's an age gap romance. Enjoyed it. Didn't like it as much as I liked the first book, but still very good. Alexandria House can write, and she is now an auto-author for me. I'm actually currently reading the 3rd book in the series this month, so I enjoy it and I enjoy her. Lastly, I read House Rules by Jodi Picoult. This is a general fiction, literary fiction. I spoke about this already quite a bit. I really enjoyed this one. This is another book I gave 5 stars. I only gave 2 books 5 stars this month. That was King of Ashes and this one. And I really enjoyed this one. I love how it was written. I love how her books are thought-provoking. I love the research that she does that goes into the book. It just was a very good time. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I don't know how many books that was. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. So those are 14 books that I read in the month of January. So far in February, I have probably read 2 chapters. By now, I would have read 2 to 3 books. So I am definitely behind. So I'm gonna have a slower month, and it's already a shorter month. We'll see if I read 5 books this month. I probably will, honestly, but that is all I read. What were y'all favorite books in the month of January? Let me know if you've read some of these books. You can let me know if you've liked them, loved them, hate them. I don't mind if you tell me you hate them, if I ask. But no, I genuinely don't mind if you tell me you hate a book. But just why? Why do you want to tell me that if I said I like a book? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for sticking around. To all the people that are new and joining, welcome. I love it. I love it. I'm so grateful for you guys, each and every one of you. And I genuinely talk about you guys. And if you're always showing up in my comments, just know you show up in my heart. And I'm always talking about you to my spouse. And I was like, listen, when I start making money, these people who've been here from the beginning are getting things out of me, okay? Hold me to it. But anyway, thank you guys. As always, happy reading. Bye.